Ginger is up, came out of the garage on her own, and is going potty on her own. You need to not go play in the road anymore, girl. It is Friday. I have about 30 gallons left in this little sprayer. I'm gonna go pick a spot out in the field that looks worse than the rest and spray it. That's a job well done. Let's fold up, head to the house. We just got the sprayer unhooked, took the ball off the tractor, gonna hook the tractor up to this so we can get it up in transport mode. Put the tires on. Got one tire already out here, the one's here in the truck. Got the Ooga Dooga wrench. Got enough? All good. I'm gonna raise it up, put the bolt in for transport mode. Dad'll be ready to take it home with him. Close. Perfect. Pull up the pressure off of it. We'll hook up to the drill so we can get it up in transport mode. Are you wanting to move it around and check anything? Or anything? All right, we're folding up these jacks on the side. I actually added those on there to make it easier to hook up to the tractor and to provide some support so it doesn't try to flip backwards. And once we do that, I'm gonna have to take the drawbar off. We gotta take the drawbar off because if I don't, whenever I raise this up, the center tooth gets into the drawbar, so I'll just take it off there. And should be about ready to go, I think. Just have to do some welding once we get to the field. All right, under the belly of the beast. I gotta pull one of these bolts out and loosen the other one. And then this is just holding a pin up in here. Let that drop out and we'll slide that drawbar out. Might should have got the ratchet. I'm going the right way, yeah. Goodness. Loosen one. Goodness gracious, son. Let me try pulling it to me. Maybe that'll be. Oh, there we go. Whew.
Whoever put that on there last put it on there too tight, didn't they?
I don't know who that would have been. Well, I definitely didn't want it falling out. That's for sure. Come on. Got some stuff. There it goes. That's all she wrote there. Will it go the other way? Yeah, look at that. Perfect. And then I just go ahead and stick this pin back in here so I don't lose it. Can't imagine that ever happening, could you? Well, maybe. I'll just lay it here in the shop floor for now. Alright guys, we're headed over here to this strip along the field there at the house. Got the ripper on, got the drawbar off. We're gonna do a little test run here, get the ripper set, adjusted, make sure it's level and everything cutting the way we want. And gonna do a little test run here. We'll see how she goes. Cade had to join me. I started the tractor up, he's playing with a bunch of his friends, and he took off running this way. He could not help it. If you look here, basically the front is higher. It's sort of like this. So we want that to be level when it's down. I don't really care what it is whenever it's up. But we want it level when it's down, so all the shanks are cutting the same depth. And the way it is right now, basically, the rear 2 shanks are deeper than the front one. So I want them all level, and then I'll set them all at the depth that we want. So that's what we're doing right now. Got the ripper set, and we're good to go. Now we just gotta wait for the chemical to kill the stuff that's out there, and I haven't decided yet. I may have to end up running the disc over it first. You probably saw that some of that stuff is balling up on the shanks here pretty good. If I have too much issues with that, I'll just have to go ahead and disc everything once before I rip. So it looked like I was going to about here, depth-wise, so that's probably about 18 inches. But I wasn't running it all the way down simply because it was balling up. The further down you get, the worse that stuff kind of balls up. If it's a fresh cut field, I can pretty well. Basically, I rubbed the paint off of this bar right here because I basically just kind of set that bar on the ground. Now there's a little bit of heave in the ground, so not the entire shank, but pretty close to it. So we'll see. Hopefully I can go that deep. We'll see how she pulls it. It's definitely a load. We'll be drinking some fuel. There he goes. Down the road. 15 foot wide. Pretty nice in the field, but it's a pain going down the road. Luckily, at least the wheels are inside, narrower, so you at least don't have to run them off the road and keep going through the rough. But it's still wide. Got this bad relay. Did you ever just wonder what actually failed inside this thing? Well, we're gonna see if we can peel the top off this puppy. See what it looks like inside. All right, guys. Just pop the top on this here solenoid, or relay, we're gonna call it. Right there is where the magic smoke came from. I can take this pin over here and you can just see it rolling around there. Smoked it. I don't know what actually caused it. If there's something in the coil itself that caused it to overload or what, but that's definitely the problem. Alright guys, got the drill chained up so we can travel down the road. We got the drive chains off of it, so it's not just turning the whole time. Throw a chain off, tear something up. Got all the chutes and stuff in the grain box. Got her hooked up. We're ready to go. Take it over to my dad's. Help him, give him a hand with some stuff. There he is. Got the teeth down, I can tell. That's good. The teeth down really helps smooth it out and take your tracks out. Worked down really good. You can see all the way to those trees over there. There was some trees right down here, some trees over there, and then some trees basically from these trees here all the way up here along the ditch. We redid that. We'll go down there and take a look at that. It's definitely dry. Guys, so if you remember, right down here at the end of this ditch right here, there were some trees. I took them out, pushed them down here. Some trees right here we pushed out, pushed them in there. And then all these trees from here, all the way up in here, and then over to here. We did that waterway work after we pushed those trees out. And all the trees piled up in this hole right here. Here we are at the new waterway I just did, cleared these trees out. And this is the bottom field. Look, basically where this fence here is now, there was an old fence about 30 feet this side of it. And there was a fence row with some pretty good sized trees growing up all the way from those trees down there, all the way to where this water is here, right there by that cedar tree. So last year I took all those out, as well as clearing all that back there, probably 4 or 5 acres back in the back, or 6. Took all this fence row here out. And then this year, Dad cleared most of this little stuff in this field here with the tractor. So this is all grown up in small trees and stuff. This is just, it kind of stays wet down here, and we're just trying to get it turned back into decent pasture from basically having years that we really didn't do a whole lot with it just because it stays pretty wet. So hopefully we'll be able to keep it up a little bit better now we get this, since we got it cleaned up. We'll see. It sure does look a lot better right now, though. Man, it's amazing. Reclaiming some of that ground, make better use of it. All right, let's head over to Dad and see how he's coming along. here at Dad's, had a little breakdown on the drill. The piece that we modified and welded together actually broke. I knew better than, it broke right through where a hole was. I didn't think it was quite enough meat there, but we tried it. Dad made it 4 rounds, and now we're welding it back on, and we're going to put a couple brace pieces across where those holes are, across the brake. So I'm sure it'll hold now. It's just set us back a little bit.